This is Regis program, and you tune into True School Sports.
Could he demonstrate like maybe how to be a great combination puncher? Like could he show me right now, like as far as like boxing tips?
Él piensa que vos sos de los mejores combinadores en el boxeo, que si le puedes dar unos tips ahorita como para...
How do you do it?
he cannot show up because you know the fight's coming.
Because the fight's coming, but maybe after the fight. Ask him after the fight. Could he?
Después de la pelea le pueden hacer un poco de combinaciones. ¿Sí?
After the fight?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
What's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing. I came here with great news. With the thousands of True School Sports subscribers, now there comes a time, there's an old adage in life, the saying is, good things come to those who wait. So we've waited, and waited, and waited. We waited a long time for this to come in the mail, and as you guys can see by the title, as you guys can see by what the title states and what the title says, it has finally come in the mail. And yes, it is the Ring Magazine edition of Roman Gonzalez on the cover. We pre-ordered this, and now it's physically in our hands, and we're physically holding it here on True School Sports. So I'm just absolutely delighted. What's funny is, for those of you who saw my previous video about the Tyson Fury Ring magazines, I've been gradually reading through one of them slowly. I haven't even finished the Tyson Fury one, and then I still have one more Ring magazine coming in the mail. So I'm kind of waiting for all the Ring magazines to come together so I can really sit down and dig into them and read them. And then I'll make videos. I'll make videos on what I've read, and maybe I'll get inspired and it'll spark an idea in me to make a video. But this is the one right here. This is the granddaddy of them all. This is the main one we've been waiting for. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, his first and only cover thus far in his career on Ring magazine. Just to break down the cover for those of you who can't see the cover. It's a special cover. Okay, this cover actually has Alexis Arguello in the shadow of Chocolatito. So you got Chocolatito here. It says the Resurrection. You got Alexis Arguello. Now you guys can order this on Ring Magazine right now. So if you're on quarantine and you're trying to get your boxing fix, you can't watch new fights, but you can definitely read new material. So good stuff on Ring Magazine. Give me the camera for a second. Coming over here, just looking at the issue, right? I had a little glance at the issue. And just seeing what they were actually putting in the magazine, and I love what they did, man. I know a big shout out to my long lost brother, Doug Fisher. Everybody says I look like Doug Fisher, but what he did here was first of all, there was a big feature piece written on him. So as you guys can see, the Ring magazine says a champion forever. So you got Chocolatito Gonzalez right there, raising his hands in his victory over Caliafy to become world champion again. You got the main man, Marcos Caballero, his trainer, who's been doing really good work with them thus far over the 3 fights or so. So it tells a whole story about how he came back, and you got a picture of him in Caliafy, and then Eddie Hearn in the Cowboys jersey. You've got Chocolatito putting Caliafy squarely on his behind. Shout out to Caliafy, he's a friend of the channel. Just talked to him the other day. So you got that there. Then you got Roman Gonzalez's greatest hits, okay? So you got his greatest hits. So then they did a whole feature piece on the fights that have made the legacy of Chocolatito. For people out there that watch my channel and they want to know why Chocolatito Gonzalez is so great, I would highly suggest that you watch these 6 fights that Ring Magazine wrote about. You got Manuel Vargas, you got Yutaka Nita. That was a good performance. Yutaka Nita. They wrote a little background about Chocolatito here, so you get to learn about who he is in his background a bit. I haven't actually read it, so I can't tell you what it says. You guys, that first Estrada fight, they're supposed to fight later this year if this whole virus thing ever ends. Akira Yagashi, that was his last fight before he came to America, and he became lineal flyweight champion here. So that was a very great performance for him, and a big win in his career. You had the Brian Valoria fight, which is an amazing performance, and then you had obviously this one right here, Carlos Cuadra, September 10, 2016. I went to this fight. I was working at Antonio's Pizza back in 2016. I was building my channel back in them days, and special night of boxing. I still have the credential on my wall. Shout out to Thunderdome Boxing Talk for helping me get that credential back in those days. So yeah, they got all kinds of stuff in the magazine, but obviously the main part of it was the Chocolatito Gonzalez part. Because listen, the saying is better late than never. It's better late than never that they made a Ring Magazine cover for Chocolatito Gonzalez, because he deserves it. It's been long overdue. He really turned in a special performance that fateful night, February 29th, 2020, at the Star, at the Ford Center. Yeah, he fought a caliber fight that many boxing experts didn't classify as the best champion, but for him to come back from everything he's gone through, from losing on Nufo Obando, from losing the Rung Basai fight, controversially the first fight, to getting brutally stopped in the second fight, people thought he would never get to this point. So this magazine, this cover for me personally it's a celebration of many things. It's a celebration of a fighter who never gave up, who came from insurmountable odds to make a name for himself in boxing and for his family. It's also the story, for me personally, just personally covering the sport of boxing. This is the first magazine I've ever purchased from a fight that I've actually been to. So it's got great personal value to me. That $9 is very special to me. So yeah, if you guys are looking for, like I said in the last video, if you guys are looking for something to read and keep yourself busy on quarantine, I think this would be a great way to go. So I just pre-ordered this. If you're a Chocolatito Gonzalez fan, this is a must-have because Roman Gonzalez has never been on Ring Magazine before. Even when he was the pound-for-pound king of boxing, they never put him on Ring Magazine. But now Ring Magazine has corrected a horrible mistake from back in them days, and they put him on the cover at a great time and giving shine to a fighter that truly deserves it and has earned his keep in the sport of boxing. A true living legend, a true warrior of the sport, one of boxing's true warriors, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. And I'll cherish this. I'll cherish this magazine for as long as I live. This is one I'm never getting rid of. So yeah, shout out to Doug Fisher, Ring Magazine, Tom Gray, all the staff, everybody that contributed on this issue. As a diehard Chocolatito fan and as somebody that can proudly proclaim that this is my favorite fighter of all time, I'm just very happy and excited that they went ahead and they finally they did right by the man. So yeah, God bless Ring Magazine and the staff over there. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
González, le mando un saludo a todos los fans, bendiciones, cuídense.